My name is Mary. Standing in the boardroom of Sterling Enterprises, I watched as my parents' and brothers' faces turned as white as sheets. My mother's glass slipped from her grasp, shattering on the floor, and my father's hands trembled as he reached for the documents I'd laid out. My brother, Jake, looked like he'd seen a ghost. It was a moment of pure, unadulterated shock. Just minutes ago, they were discussing the mysterious takeover of the company they'd built and cherished, Sterling Enterprises. They had no idea that the CEO of the firm that had acquired 78% of their stock and absorbed most of their debt was standing right in front of them.
Me.
I took a deep breath and began to speak, my voice calm and steady. I'm the CEO of Nova Capital. As of this morning, I'm your superior. You see, you've underestimated me your entire life. I thought back to all the times they dismissed me. My parents, Helen and Richard, were traditionalists. They'd always favored Jake, seeing him as the future of the company. I, on the other hand, was encouraged to focus on finding a good husband and settling down. When I was in college, I wanted to start my own business. I pitched my ideas to my parents, but they just laughed. They refused to support me financially, saying that I should be more realistic. Instead, they poured all their resources into Jake's pet projects. Then there was the house. I'd been saving for years to buy a place of my own. I'd made the down payment and had been paying the mortgage, but my parents insisted on keeping the deed in their name for my own protection. Just as I was finalizing a multi-million-euro deal with a tech startup in Paris that would have made Nova Capital a major player in the European market, I received an email from my mother. We got a great offer for the house. We've accepted it. It's all signed. I was devastated. I called my mother, and she brushed it off, saying they needed the money to keep Sterling Enterprises afloat.
Business is business, she said.
But what they didn't know was that for the past 2 years, using a web of shell companies and holding firms, I'd been quietly buying up Sterling Enterprises' debt. I'd been building Nova Capital, a powerful acquisition firm that specialized in turning around failing businesses. I'd let them think I was just running a small consultancy in Geneva. While they were busy devaluing me, I was working tirelessly to build my empire. After receiving the email about the house, I quickly finalized the deal in Paris. I then instructed my assistant to book me a flight to New York, where Sterling Enterprises was headquartered. In the following weeks, I ignored all their calls and emails. I moved into a penthouse overlooking Central Park, biding my time. I prepared all the necessary documents to solidify my control over Sterling Enterprises. This morning, I walked into the building with my head held high. The security guard, who was on my payroll, greeted me warmly. The elevator ride to the top floor seemed to last forever. I replayed every moment of their dismissal in my mind. As I opened the boardroom door, I saw them sitting there, worried and confused. I presented my case, and now here we were. My father tried to protest. You can't do this. We're your parents. But I just looked him in the eye and repeated the words they'd always used against me. Business is business. I turned to the board members, some of whom were already smiling subtly, tired of my family's mismanagement. As of today, changes are coming.
Jake, you're out as COO.
Dad, you're stepping down as CEO. Mom, your role as head of PR is no longer needed. Jake stammered, You're firing us? Your own family? I replied, I'm giving you a chance to earn your place, just like you gave me. Jake, there's an opening in junior accounting. Dad, we need field sales representatives for our new product line. Mom, the reception desk could use someone friendly. Or, I added, you can clear your desks by 5 p.m. It's your choice. Before I left the boardroom, I dropped another bombshell. Oh, and about the house you sold? I bought the company that purchased it. The deed will be back in my name by tomorrow. I walked out of the room, the sound of my heels echoing on the marble floor. Behind me, I could hear my mother's sobs, my father's angry shouts, and Jake's stunned silence. But I didn't care. I'd finally reclaimed what was mine. I'd shown them that underestimating me was the biggest mistake they'd ever made. And now, I was ready to turn Sterling Enterprises into a company they'd never dreamed it could be. As I stepped into the elevator, my phone buzzed. It was a message from my partner in Paris, congratulating me. I smiled. It was time to rebuild Sterling Enterprises my way.